Listen, I want to talk to you about a topic that I've been working through with my clients, something that we've been going through on the podcast, the Grow Your Life podcast. And if you haven't checked that podcast out, just look up hashtag Grow Your Life on any podcast app that you have. It's about worrying if other people trust you or not to go after your goals. Here's the truth. You do not need other people to trust you to do the thing that you were made for. You don't need other people's validation. You don't need a track record, proof, anyone's permission, any certification or testimonials, respect, or belief in what you believe in to go after your goals. You don't need anybody giving you permission to do the thing that you were made for. You just need to believe in yourself. You just need to trust yourself more. You just need to have hope and vision and persistence, self-control and discipline to go after with fearless courage the thing that's inside of you, and trust that because this is here, because it's persisting, because I know that I can do this, even if you've never done it before. Even if everybody around you is telling you you can't do it, you do not need other people's opinions, permission, getting validated, or even proving to anybody that you can do what you say you can do to allow yourself to get started doing that thing. And yet so often our culture has created environments where people stay silent. They never step out in faith. They're fearful and they don't walk in courage because they're worried about other people trusting them or not, and choose to not do the very thing that they were made to do because they're waiting for somebody else to give them a stamp of approval to be allowed to be themselves, to be allowed to walk after their destiny, to be allowed to go after what they were made for. It's time to stop it. It does not matter if other people don't trust you, for you to go after the thing that you were called and made to do. Listen, if you're wanting to do something that's going to bring harm to people and it's dangerous and it's bad and it's not good and you know that, yeah, of course, people aren't going to trust you. But I believe that if you're somebody that comes from a place of love and goodness and a healthy relationship with themselves and other people, and you want to help people, and you come from kindness and compassion, it doesn't matter if they don't trust you, and they don't have to, for you to have the courage to do the thing that you were made to do. You don't need anybody's permission to walk out your destiny. You don't need anybody's permission to step into that place, to step into with persistence and courage what you want to do. And you're going to have haters. You're going to have people trying to discredit you. You're going to have people trying to tell you, well, who do you think you are? Why do you think that you're so special that you can do that? And that comes from insecurity in those people. It is not an indicator of who you are whatsoever. You are not responsible for the version of yourself that other people have made in their head about you. Go after your goals. It doesn't matter if other people trust you or don't trust you. You see, we spend so much time trying to validate ourselves and prove that we can do what we say instead of just doing it. I heard a guy, his name is Michael Clifford, and he said this: go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. There's enough people and community out there that do trust you, that love what you're doing, that will come by and support you, that will help come alongside you. Stop wasting time with the toxic people that are so committed to disproving you and invalidating you and misunderstanding your intentions and don't trust you. Spending your energy focused on proving yourself to those people is keeping you from the very thing that you were made to do. Instead, take action with discipline, courage, excellence. I'm not talking about screwing people over, hurting people, doing anything criminal or wrong. Come on, people. But if you know that you're called to go after something with all that you got inside of you, your destiny that God put inside of you, first off, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, because your own understanding is telling you that you have to have other people trust you before you can do it. And then trust in yourself that if you know that it's in alignment with what God has set up for you and called you to do, keep your promises that you've made to yourself. Have discipline. Set yourself up for success. Set structure and systems in place to help you instead of hinder you. You see, if you're somebody that has lived your life and made mistakes and messed up a lot, it might be hard to trust and believe in yourself because your life has shown you, I don't know if I can trust myself. I'm somebody that had that myself. I was drinking. I was living a life of immorality. I was doing a lot of bad things. I was not a trustworthy person in myself for a long time. And I finally, the moment that I stopped worrying about other people trusting me and started trusting myself and keeping the promises that I made to myself and keep moving forward and believing, listen, I know that I'm coming from a place of goodness and truth, and other people didn't define my truth for me, then I knew that I could go after what I was called to do. And I didn't need anybody's permission to do it. You do not need anybody's permission to live out what you believe in. You don't need anybody's permission to have hope for the future. You don't need anybody's permission to have vision and clarity for what you were made for. You don't need anybody's permission to be fearless. You don't need anybody's permission to trust in God and to be persistent and to trust in yourself. You just need to walk from a place of belief and fearless courage towards the thing that you fear the most, because that's an indicator, those negative things. You know, so often I was finding that I was trying to validate myself. I would get in arguments on the internet. I would debate people. I would waste time trying to solve problems and validate myself to these people that didn't trust me, when the thing that I was made to do was make videos like this, make courses, make podcasts, write books. Whether anybody believed in me or not. Nobody has to believe in you for you to go after that thing that's inside of you. And often, in the beginning, they're not gonna. And that's okay. Find the ones that are in your corner. Stick with them. Trust those people. You see, I used to believe that if somebody was in my corner, I couldn't trust them more than the ones who weren't in my corner. And that's a skewed way of looking at things. And that comes from when you've had your trust violated in your life. You don't trust yourself. You don't trust other people. And you're constantly looking for somebody to give you a gold star that you're doing a good job. You don't need gold stars. You don't need validation. You don't even need to get it from me. You don't need to believe what I'm saying for this to be true. You just have to believe in yourself and what you know and have conviction and stand firm in your convictions and not let anybody toss you to and fro based on the opinions or the environmental experience that's around you to go after your destiny. I just released a podcast today. It's episode number 38. It's making your ideas profitable. It's a blueprint for taking any idea that you have, whether it's in business, whether it's in ministry, whether it's for your family, whether it's for your health, your fitness, whatever that is, and going from idea, building it, launching it, and reaching the next level. And so if you haven't checked out the Grow Your Life podcast, look it up on a podcast app, hashtag Grow Your Life, or look up my name, Jeremiah Krakowski. You can click the link on my website. They'll take you to that link. And listen to that. Take some time to focus on this. What has been stopping you from making your ideas tangible? What has been preventing you from going from idea to production, from what you want to where you want to be? In this podcast, I give you a blueprint of what's worked with the clients that I've coached and those that I've worked with and those companies that I've worked inside of, and what people and experts have done. And I brought in a couple books and some experts that I love. Put your dream to the test. Test it. Validate it to yourself. Believe in yourself, and then do the thing that you fear the most and walk fearlessly towards that goal that you have and create the life that you want. And sometimes that looks like building a profitable business. If that's you, check out that episode. I'm going to leave a link in the description. We'll talk soon. Have a good one, everybody.